G'day! My name's Nathan Lindsell, and welcome to episode number 38 of The Fine Art of Distraction. So, I am back! I was crook as a dog last week, and boy, oh boy, was I sick. Like, this is actually the second time that I'm actually filming this intro, and, well, 2 weeks ago I actually filmed the intro for this, and I even filmed all of the product information. And literally when I was about to pour, I had to run to the bathroom and I had my head in the toilet for 3 whole days. I was crook as. I don't think I've thrown up that many times in my life. I was so sick. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all so much for all of your messages and support that you guys sent to me to sort of help me get through it, because it's much appreciated when you feel all this love from so many people all around the world. So thank you so much to everyone out there. You! Alrighty, so today's pour is going to be something that I don't think anyone has ever seen, because, well, I done a search and I actually couldn't find it anywhere. So if what I actually do today, if someone else out there has done it and someone out there knows about it, please, in the comment section, can you please let me know who that person is, so I can actually go watch it, because I would actually love to go watch someone else do what I'm actually about to do, because at this stage, I think I'm the first one to do it. So, alrighty, so you're probably thinking, well, what the heck is he talking about? Well, I'm going to be using something that has a lot of bling and a lot of sparkle. Today, I'm going to use glitter. That's right, I'm going to use glitter. I'm basically going to replace pigments and paint with glitter. That's right. I'm not using any form of color altering materials. The only color that is actually going to be there is actually glitter. And I'm going to use 5 different colors of glitter. And I'm actually going to use my 5-chamber split cup and do a ring pour, basically just using glitter. And how I'm actually going to do that is basically I'm going to mix the glitter up exactly the same way as if I was mixing up pigments. So I'm actually going to use the Shelee Art recipe to mix the glitters in, and there is not one pigment, there is not one little bit of acrylic paint, it's just glitter. So I hope it works, I really hope it works. And again, if anyone out there knows of any other artist that actually has poured with just using glitter, please let me know, because I would love to actually have a look at it and see if I was doing it right and all that sort of stuff. So, alrighty guys. So, yeah. Now that I've told you what I'm actually going to be doing today, well, I've already done the product information. So basically, I'm just going to, straight after this, I'm going to put that section, and then after that we'll head over to the spinner and we'll start pouring. And I'm so excited to try this because I have a feeling it'll work. The one thing that does scare me is I actually mixed these glitters like over 2 weeks ago, because as I said, I was literally about to pour and then I got sick. So, and then I was violently ill for like a whole week. So the glitter has actually been sitting in the pouring medium for about 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that it still has a lot of strength in terms of like sparkle and bling. Alrighty guys, now that I've told you what I'm going to be doing today, let's get going. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty then. So here's all the products I'm going to be using today. And look, as you can see, I'm using something completely different. I'm using glitter. Yeah! I told you there was going to be a bit of blinging today. Now, the brand of glitter that I've actually using today is actually a brand called Anko. Now, I got this from Kmart, and I'm pretty sure Anko is actually Kmart's home brand of branding products. So, yeah, literally for about $5, I got 16 little canisters of different colors. So, great value for money. And yeah, so, and if what I'm planning on doing today actually works out really, really nicely, then I'll lash out and buy some of the nice holographic glitter and do something even better. So yeah, so fingers crossed that what I have planned today actually works. Now, I'm actually mixing the glitters exactly the same way as if I was to mix up some pigments. And I'm actually going to use the Shelee Art recipe, which is 3 parts Taubmans Easy Coat in neutral and to 1 part Sonja gloss varnish. And I'm basically going to tip the whole canister into the pouring medium. I'm going to use probably about 100 mils of the actual pouring medium. So yeah, so it's 100 mils to one of these canisters. So I'm thinking that that's going to be enough. But yeah, we'll soon see, won't we? Now, I've actually got my 5-chamber split cup, and basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to put blue in the first chamber, silver in the second, black in the middle, gold in the fourth, and then finishing with green. So it's going to go blue, silver, black, gold, green. Okay? And then what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do a ring pour over the top of a black canvas. Now, I've already pre-painted the canvas in black. And what I'm thinking I'm going to need to do, I'm going to actually use the pouring medium as well as a base coat. So I'm going to layer a little bit of the pouring medium down on the canvas first, and then I'm going to do a ring pour on top of that. So so then basically when I spin it out, then because these are going to be sitting on top of the base coat, it's going to allow it to sort of basically spread out a little bit. So fingers crossed it works. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. So yeah, so wish me luck, I guess. Alrighty guys, so now that I've showed you what I'm going to be sort of using today, we'll head over to the spinner and yeah, we'll start pouring. Thanks guys. Alrighty then, so we've got all our glitters mixed up. It's so weird saying glitters. Normally I'm saying, so we've got all our paints and pigments mixed up, but yeah, to say glitter, it's so weird. And you can sort of see here that it's still nice and sparkly. And remember, these are actually really, really, really cheap glitters. So the gold and the silver looks like it's sort of held its sort of colour on the actual flakes themselves. But on the blue, black and green, it's almost like the colour has bled into the actual pouring medium itself. So I'm not too sure if it'll actually dry clear or dry with a hint of a colour. I mean, either way, I think it'll still look pretty cool. And as you can see there, the actual the thickness of the actual pouring medium, it's quite thin, leaving a bit of a mound on a mound before it sort of disappears. Alrighty, so let's start filling the actual cup, and yeah, then we'll get pouring. You! Now I just wiped my fingers on this paper towel as I was sort of wiping away the drips on the cups, and to me, actually, the pouring medium hasn't changed colours, which is awesome. I was so happy to see that the colour didn't bleed. So that means that when it dries, it should actually dry with just the glitter showing. So fingers crossed that that's actually what happens. But going off these little sort of fingerprints, I think that we're going to be cooking with gas. You! Just get rid of any glitter that might have fallen on it. So before I actually painted this black, I actually sprayed isopropyl alcohol all over the canvas and then gave it a good wipe to basically get rid of any oil that was on my fingers that transferred onto the actual canvas. So yeah. Alrighty, so in this bottle here, I've actually mixed up basically a litres worth of the Shelee Art recipe. And I'm going to pour a little bit onto the actual canvas first and use that as basically a base coat. So then I can actually then do the ring pour on top of that. So then basically this will actually help it spread out across the canvas when I spin it out.
anyone feel like pancakes now? Yum! How nice does that look as a pancake? You. Alrighty guys, so I'm about to do the ring pour, so wish me luck. Guys, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far! Yeah! This is looking sick! Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to put some more of the pouring medium around the outside as a flow extender. So the first one that I put down was a base coat, and now I'm using a flow extender because I don't want it to basically fold over itself as I spin it out. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some air bubbles now. Now, this will have negative space. Normally, I'm not really a fan of negative space, but I know that this one will have negative space. Okay? Alrighty, so let's spin it out and see what happens, eh? I might start spinning it slow and then just build up the speed. Actually, I'm thinking that there's actually enough on there to actually spin it all the way out and not have any negative space, which I'm actually really happy about. Just moving the weight of the paint a little bit. Oh, the weight of the paint. The weight of the glitter. Okay, so what I'm actually just going to do, I'm just going to help the corners out a little bit. Just by sort of putting a little bit on the side to allow it to sort of help it move. I actually didn't think it was going to have enough paint, no, glitter. I actually didn't think there was going to be enough glitter sort of product on there to actually get over the whole canvas. But hey, I was proven wrong.
This is so cool. And like, look at the skin that I'm gonna get. That's insane. All right, so remember, that's all glitter. There's no pigments, no paints, just glitter. So, like, I'll tell you what, yahoo! This is looking sick! But, we gotta wait for it to dry. And then, that's when the real magic's gonna show. So what I'm gonna do, obviously I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll come back when it's dry and turn the camera back on, and then we can see if it worked or not. So at this stage, I am super stoked with how this looks. Yahoo! So fingers crossed that it looks even better than that when it dries. So it'll be like 2 seconds for you guys, but it might be a couple of days for me. So, yep. So, see you in a minute. Thanks, guys. Alrighty, guys, and we're back, and it's the next day, and I'll tell you what, this thing turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Yahoo! It dried super smooth. Like, I'm shocked at how smooth it is. I was actually thinking it was going to be like quite rough, like almost like sandpaper, but this thing is so smooth. And check out how awesome this is when it sort of spins and you can see all the glitter sort of sparkling. This is so cool! But it gets even better when I turn the main light off and just use the light from my camera. How sick does that look? Yeah! I'll bring you down for a close-up while it's spinning with the light off. It looks so cool. How awesome is that, eh? Check out all the sparkle! Sparkles, I think you would love this one. But look at all of that. It looks so expensive, but yet it's so cheap. Because remember, guys, I used extremely cheap glitter. Sorry, I'm just putting it back in the cradle. Yeah, so remember, guys, I actually used probably one of the cheapest glitters that you can actually possibly buy. And how awesome did that turn out? Yeah! This is wicked cool! Yahoo! I am blown away with how awesome this thing turned out. Yahoo! Yeah, so remember, this was actually extremely cheap glitter. Like, probably the cheapest glitter that you could possibly buy. And I think if I was to actually go out and buy some of that really nice, chunky holographic glitter, I think this would look like 10,000 times better. Even though this thing is awesome, I think with better grade glitter, this thing could be even more over the top. So I can't wait for round 2 of this because it's gonna be awesome! Yoo! I can't stop looking at how much this thing is sparkling. Honestly, guys, the camera doesn't do this thing justice. This thing is like just boom! blinging! Bling, bling, bling! Oh, wow. Alrighty guys, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you all so much for joining me on this episode. I'll tell you what, I had so much fun. This was literally just an experiment, and the experiment definitely paid off. Like, how cool is that? So cool. Alrighty guys, so again, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Like, wow, this thing is incredibly cool. And oh wow, if you actually like what you saw here today, like, please give us a thumbs up, because I tell you what, I shocked myself with this one. So I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. There you go, mate. There you are. You. And if you're not yet subscribed and you feel like subscribing to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, then hit the little dark bell. That'll indicate when I actually upload a new video. And if you think any of your friends or family might like to see how I created this, please forward it on to them and say, hey, check out what this lunatic done with glitter. Alrighty guys, again, one more time, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I had so much fun. And this is the fine art of distraction.